YouTube, what's going on? Hope you guys are having a good day. And if you aren't, I'm sending you nothing but love and light. But I'm gonna try to make this quick. I was recently just trying to like find little, because I have like a whole bunch of videos that I have recorded. But sometimes when I record, it's just kind of like off the cuff. Like if I'm already in a reading that I'm just doing by myself, I'm just like, meditating, venting, talking or whatever, I usually just cut the camera on and I'm already in the middle of it. So I try to find like that storyline that I was picking up again and usually just record something that's cohesive to post as a short. Like if I'm not actually intentionally recording a video, I'll just make sure I turn the camera on and just get like a little bit of a short from that. But I found myself doing that just earlier. And I was talking about something of the Queen of Swords. I'll post it up. Something about the Queen of Swords in some type of illusion, in some type of fantasy mindset. That someone was kind of like putting on her. It was like whatever it was that they were going through, whatever it was that they were going through, they kind of transferred it to this Queen of Swords. What's also funny is last night, and another thing I kind of wish I had recorded what I was getting, because last night was like, once again, me just playing with the cards and finding something out. And I couldn't understand why I really went into a hotel reading last night. Like I was just pulling some cards for what was supposed to be 15 minutes became a literal hour and some change. Long story short, what I had gotten from there is this Queen of Swords and a King of Swords, which is a partner. And then it was an Emperor and an Empress, which is still the same. There is a Three of Swords individual, okay? Someone that's went through a breakup, someone that's sad, someone that it's emotionally detaching because of something that has happened to them. And they are doing the best that they can to keep two individuals away from one another. Specifically, a Empress and a Queen of Swords. They try to do some type of something. Now, when I say try to do some type of something, I don't like to bring up any type of like spells or hexes or things like that, because a lot of the times it's not really what that is. It could just be speaking negativity into the universe about you, okay? Continuously thinking negative thoughts towards you in the spirit realm. So it really doesn't have to be someone actually doing, hoodoo, voodoo, and hexes and things like that. But a lot of the times, you don't want to, put that in the back burner too much. But sometimes that really is the case. And I've kind of always picked up on that too. But it's just heavy work. So if it's not, borderline any type of magic or doing any type of hexes and things like that, it's always kind of like in the middle of doing work. And doing work is, speaking negative words of affirmation towards you, always looking at you and kind of like imagining something bad happening to you. So it's just kind of like, you're not touching on negative stuff yet, but you are right there kind of like using your thoughts and using your own willpower to do something. You're inflicting damage towards somebody without actually having to do anything crazy. But anyways, I digress. So it got to a point where this Three of Swords individual was throwing or energy transferring Nine of Swords, 2 Eight of Swords, 2 Four of Swords, a 10 of Swords, and a 3 of Swords towards a Queen of Swords. So a king and a queen is being targeted by their own element, which is the mind. Okay, their own element, which is the dream realm, their own element, which is like connecting to, being able to connect to source, being able to connect to God. Like, this is someone who's very, these are two individuals who have heavy intellectual abilities. Okay, and their element is kind of being used against them, to the point where that same Queen of Swords, which was the Empress, bear in mind, my Empress card, and as I'm talking, the Ten of Swords is right here at the bottom of the deck. My Empress card, I can honestly tell you, might have came in the reverse no more than twice since I've had this deck, okay? And I can say that with confidence. My Empress card has never fell in the reverse or been in the reverse no more than twice. But as I'm talking yesterday, she was in the upright yesterday. And for some reason, I don't know what it was that happened, but I flipped her over. And instead of putting her back in the deck, I remember just placing her down in the reverse. And I'm looking at the Empress, I'm like, wait a minute, this card has never been in the reverse for me. And if it has, it's only been no more than twice. But I'm the one that flipped her over intentionally. And so I got that vision of just someone who is taking all of their pain and all of their hurt and they're transferring and moving it over. That's why I keep saying or emphasizing on, it's not hex, it's not, witchcraft, it's not black magic, it's just work. Someone is doing work on someone. If I'm not picking up on any black magic or any type of thing, hex worthy, witchcraft worthy, it is just work. If I don't see it on my cards, it's more work than it is actually that. Because I don't want to be that individual to be putting that type of propaganda out or that type of thought out there if it's not really what I'm seeing and what I'm picking up on. But however, it is work. So I say all that to say is, what I say all of that to say, there's a Queen of Swords that has been playing out in my readings, at least for the past 2 months. And I'm just now today realizing that storyline. Like, I'm seeing that storyline. So it's kind of like I had to, I was just looking for a little 30, maybe a 40-second short to post, which I will post. I'll see if I can link it to this video, but it is there is a Queen of Swords that is getting out of her head, but she's getting out of manipulation. She's getting out of swords. She's coming out of illusions that she was intentionally placed. All of that to say too, I'm looking at the two specific cards that I had seen. The Empress was in the reverse. Right next to her was a Two of Swords. That was in the reverse. And right on top of the Two of Swords was the Ten of Cups. So it was, let's keep the masculine version busy doing work, because he wasn't able to be manipulated or messed with. Okay? Sometimes I don't want to really reenact what was happening, but he was very, very, very busy doing his own thing. And so the one that was able to be it's like this. Let me speak from that person's perspective. I'm seeing this King of Swords right now, and he's very focused. I see that he's sitting, erect. He's sitting right in front, and his eyes is laser focused, doing whatever it was that he was doing. Now, truthfully, if this was an individual who was doing something good for the community, or they just had extreme powerful connection to the spirit realm, so he wasn't able to be messed with. However, when you're looking at the card side by side, he's straightforward focused, but she is kind of like this free spirited one, and so she's able to kind of like maneuver 360 all around him. But because she's not 100% focused, okay, we can be able to get her in so many ways. We can probably like distract her with something long enough to where now we can kind of like rope her in into a whole bunch of swords. She's not 100% focused like he is. She's about like what, 85 to 90. So if we can be able to get 1%, if we can distract her just 1%, if we can try to distract her, then we can continue. And this is why it was just swords after swords after swords after swords. And this has been playing in my cards for some time. It's just now that I'm kind of like putting the pieces together. I do a whole bunch of readings, and sometimes I don't post them. I just kind of like record them and have them. But I don't realize that there is a literal story that is playing on my phone, and I wasn't able to be privy to it. So keep him busy doing his thing, so he's off, not focusing on her or not trying to see her in the spirit realm or the dream realm. And this was two individuals that kind of like don't know each other yet, or two individuals that they haven't met, they don't know each other, but we have to keep them busy in the spirit realm and in the dream realm, so they don't find each other, so they don't kind of like locate each other or whatever the case may be. But we kept him busy. She, however, okay, she's in the spirit realm too, but she's completely somewhere that you wouldn't really expect her to be. And I'm gonna tell you why in a minute. Keep him busy, and now we can probably get her. Oh, and there was 2 towers and the 7 of swords. So mind you, the whole swords deck was out, then the 7 of swords, then 2 towers. So Queen of Swords literally was going through everything in the book, and this was intentionally done. That's why I said it's work. Someone is really working on this Queen of Swords energy right here. Male or female, is this an individual who's very free-spirited, and we can be able to rope her into karmic cycles and make her be a karmic cycle type of thing. And there was a whole bunch of that, but I won't get into it. And so now Queen of Swords is going through all of this, and I stopped myself and I was like, okay, how is she going to get out of this? Like, what does she have to do to be able to get out of all of this that she's getting to? And the Judgment card fell out, and immediately I thought of God. Like, immediately it was just like, Judgment card fell out. He said, God. She's connected to the divine, period. And of course, the Hierophant and the High Priestess came out, but the High Priestess never showed itself. The Hierophant did. So all of the counterparts were showing itself. The only one that didn't come out was the High Priestess. As soon as Judgment came out, the High Priestess was right on the bottom of the deck. So it was a whole bunch of like I said, sometimes I really wish the camera was recording, but and you know, I don't want to keep the only thing that she had to do was just focus her mind, and it was that easy for her to focus her mind. But it was like this was constant swords. And I told you the place that she was really, she was sitting in the universe. Like High Priestess, for me, I've always said that this is an individual who lives in the spirit realm. They know everything about spirit realm, and they come down to earth. That's just my interpretation, which the Hierophant is someone who is of earth and he taps into the spirit realm. The only thing that she had to do was just connect herself to the universe, connect herself to God. And it's that easy that everything falls off. It was just that easy. And so now, as I'm trying to find a short, I kind of was like, okay, what's going on with the Queen of Swords now? She fell out of a tower, or she fell out of the tower. She fell out of the illusion. And the moment her foot touched the ground, she's already running. Like, she's already building her own foundation. She's giving herself that permission to let go of all of these swords. It's Nine of Swords, giving herself that permission to let all of that go. And what's really funny is, like, when you look at this character right here, it kind of, I mean, to me, it looks like a building. It looks like a tower. She's more than happy to fall out of the tower so she can remove all of these swords that was thrown to her. And all of this is coming from a sad individual. Someone might have been using you for something, and for the very first time you probably said no, or for the very first time you probably stopped messing with the individual, stopped dealing with them. And it was almost as if, like, as soon as they've noticed you not kind of like dealing with them, everything under the sun started coming for you. Everything under the sun started going against you. Clarify me the Magician. Clarify me the Magician, please. The Hermit. The only thing you really have to do is just when you know or you realize that there is a whole bunch of moving around, because swords are fast moving too. So there's things going left, there's things going right, up, down, you know what I'm saying? Things are just completely going crazy in your life, and you're getting hit with so much lies, deceit, betrayal, foundations are breaking up. It's almost kind of like you literally can't catch your footing. Because remember, air signs are individuals who are in the, I mean, when you really look at it, they're actually on the ground, but they're air signs, so clouds are around them, so they're on clouds, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's a thing where it was false clouds, it was like false foundations. And if you can be able to put somebody in a false foundation and then shake them up, you kind of have control of that individual, especially for an air sign. Like, if you, like I said, if you put them in a tower, make them believe, as long as you can be able to get hurt, that's the thing. Like, he's 100% focused on who he is. Like, he's not gonna get messed with. But you have more of a chance with her. So if you can put her in the tower, shake the tower up the best way that you can, she loses confidence in who she is. She loses confidence in her mind. Her mind starts to slip, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's, you keep him away, you throw her in the reverse, because she was an empress, you put her in the reverse, and you kind of like, you just keep two individuals away. But these for sure were individuals that didn't know one another. That's why when the cards that came out, they came like this, because originally it's kind of really supposed to be like this, like she's all eyes on him, but in a way of like, I'm watching you, watching everybody. But in this particular position that it was, I have your back kind of a situation, but I really don't know. We really don't know each other yet. So my focus is not on you 100%, as your focus is on whatever it is that you're doing 100%. I'm still 85 to 90 in the opposite direction. So I still have an ability to get played with, to get fooled, to get illusionized. But the magician and the hermit, like I said, the only thing she really had to do was just tap into the spirit, talk to God. Like, it was just, what did she have to do? Judgment. Just talk to God. Go find herself with the high priestess and then talk to God, kind of like. I know it sounds a little like, I don't know, cliche or a little weak, but that's the only thing that she was able, that she can do and is able to do, is just talk to God, or allow God to talk to you. That's the only way that all of these swords can, because swords is mind, swords is mental. That's the only way that these swords can. It's illusions, though. It's illusions, so that's the only way the swords can fall away. As you're falling down at the tower, as you're falling down out of the tower, it's like you just immediately realize, oh, okay. And then you kick ass. 6 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, the Magician. Three of Pentacles, I don't know why I feel skeptical about the 3 of Pentacles. What is the 3 of Pentacles speaking of? Yeah, but if you're Libra, Gemini, Aquarius out there, Queen of Swords energy, the Moon. And the Star, Knight of Swords, and the Sun. Someone doesn't like who you are, but it's more so someone doesn't like how you heal. Mind you, this was all done by a 3 of Swords individual. This 3 of Swords individual was in 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, trying to tower you twice, okay? Trying to put you in some kind of blockage, or try to shield you, 8 of Swords twice. They try to put you in your head, 4 of Swords twice, betray you, backstab you, end you, 10 of Swords, make you sad, 3 of Swords, 9 of Swords. Like, it was just a whole bunch. The whole Swords deck was out for you, Queen of Swords. Like, you stood no chance. But it was all an illusion. But of course, too, some of them were like actual physical things that were being done. But it was just illusion. Someone tried to use your own element against you. Someone doesn't like the way that you heal. Someone doesn't like the way you just be, you're like a warrior. Like, you're some type of like individual. You can't be stopped. You can't be tamed. Whatever it is that you end up going through, it takes you nothing but 2 hours and then you're back on your feet. Like, you don't allow things, because you're a person who really understands it comes and it goes. I mean, just like clouds, it comes and it goes. It never stays. Even materialistic things, like, you have it or sometimes you don't. Like, you're not bound, you're not tethered. I think I did a reading on that too. Like, you're not bound, you're not tethered to anything. So whatever it is comes to your life, it shows up, you enjoy it, and you move on. And there are some things that will fall away. It falls away and you move on. People come, people go, things come, things go, things are up, things are down. You're not a person who's gonna sit there and ruminate on it. You're gonna quickly heal, do what you gotta do, and move on in life. What's the reason for you to sit here and continue to be sad about a situation? There's plenty of fish in the sea, not fishes. Fish. There's plenty of fish in the sea. There's plenty of material things that you can, use in whatever. Like, just because you lose one thing doesn't mean there's not a million things waiting for you to enjoy yourself with. Like, but this is a person who I don't think they understand that. Or this is a person who just, I guess they don't want to understand that because then again, sometimes, I don't know. I don't know. This person is just weird. They don't like how you are able to move on quickly. So this is why they're doing things in the dark. This is why they're doing things in the background. This is all the illusions that they're mustering up from themselves, was deep down dark and dirty about them, throwing it on you. And it being with the Three of Pentacles, like I just said earlier, I don't really feel too comfortable with what this Three of Pentacles was showing me right here. This is work is being done behind the scenes. A group, maybe, coven. But like I said, I don't really want to go down that path of like, witches and things like that if I don't really feel it. But it is heavy, heavy work. It is someone who knows how to astral project and just knows what to like say something or do something to you in a dream, and it kind of like, now you wake up and you're just like, and now you're in some type of swords situation. Someone who speaks negative affirmations to you through a candle, and swords shows up. It's like kind of to say these, and guys, be careful with these TikTok witches and TikTok magics. Like, come on, use discernment, use your head. If it's not meant for you in this lifetime, do not try to do anything to attract it. Not even a job. Like, if it's meant for you, it's going to be for you. If you 100% feel like, wait, this is an opportunity that I know is mine, but in some way, shape, or form, I feel like it's slipping away from me. Can't tell you what to do, but maybe, just maybe, that will be the one time I can't even say that because that's not even right, but it's an energy of a kitchen witch magic. Like just little foo-foo spells here and there, you know what I'm saying? TikTok magic, I don't even know what to say because I don't live in that realm. Like I see it, I hear it, but I don't care for it. So that's why I can't really give you an example, but it's one of those literal weak spells, or just weak magic, weak work. But it's just more so negative affirmations, okay? They say a couple nasty prayers before they go to bed. It's just one of those things that they just try to take all of their pain, their anger that's inside of them and throw it onto you. But at the same time, it's not you. It's only an illusion. So what they also have to remember is what they throw out into the universe is what's going to be thrown right back in at them. Because it's not meant for you. It's the pain that they're feeling is really designed for them. And you're not a person who is on that energy. So as soon as you tap into God, as soon as you tap into the universe, as soon as you connect yourself to the Most High, as soon as you get your mind and you focus, you take a couple deep breaths and you stay by yourself, you can go through the Rolodex of thoughts and things in your mind and completely understand and realize that, wait a minute, this is not me. You already know that this isn't you. And you're not going to perpetuate that. You're just going to let it go. And this is an individual that you have around you. It could also be around this person too. But there is an individual around either one or both of you guys that is really, really nasty in what it is that they do. They're just projecting. That's all that it is. All right, I promise I wasn't going to take too long. I'm already at 29 minutes. But just be careful out there, guys. Use your discernments. Don't be doing any of these TikTok magic, kitchen witch magic. Like, you, do your own thing. Like, if you have to be a bitch for a little bit, male or female, if you have to be rude, you know, especially if you're an individual that's very intellectual, have intellectual capacity or capabilities, you'll know when to get gone or be around. But just be careful. Because people out here are very, very, very Queen of Swords. People out here are very, very, very wow. The two cards that I pull out as I'm about to finish the reading, back to back, is the King and the Queen of Swords again. So just be careful out here, guys. Peace.